From the crossroads of entertainment and culture, to the stories that move the streets and shake the box office. This is Blues Nightly News, the world of movies, music, comics, and culture, the way it really is.
Yeah. What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Blues News. I'm your host, Bluminati. OG Big Blue. What it do? We live, baby. We live. We live. What is good? What is good? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling out there? Huh? Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. It's December, folks. Almost at the end of the year. Shit, not almost. At the end of the year. What is good? What's cracking? What's cracking out there, man? What's cracking out there, man? 1 month away from me failing my New Year's resolution for 2026, right? But nah, seriously, man. It's a huge week for us nerds and everything like that. If you love capes, cows, and you just watching these billionaires fighting spandex, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. In the right place. Tonight we got a stack show. Pretty decent show. Scarlett Jo, man. ScarJo. Trading in that Avengers Tower for Wayne Manor, for the Batcave. We're going to talk about who she might be playing, who she could be playing, who I think she's probably is playing, if she is going over there, if this rumor is true, right? Then we'll go get into Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. It was screened for people who were allowed to see it, right? The suits over there in Hollywood, Burbank, wherever they screened it at. And we know if it's a Woman of Tomorrow or if it's a flop of yesterday. We're gonna know. We're gonna figure this out, man. And finally, we got Captain America. Captain America has picked his gym buddies for Avengers Doomsday, man. We get to know who his team is. So I need y'all to stick around. Like, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on the replay, hit that hype button. Please hit that hype button if you're watching it on the replay. Hype these joints up, right? So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the ScarJo. Get into some ScarJo. ScarJo. Talk some ScarJo, man. ScarJo. Yeah, they say she in final talks for Batman, for the Batman 2. Now, this is according to Deadline. Scarlett Johansson is in final negotiations to join Matt Reeves, the Batman Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Natasha Romanoff is crossing the multiversal line. She's swapping, y'all. She's jumping over from Marvel to DC. Now, obviously, she's not playing Black Widow over there. We already know that. Can't be no Black Widow over there. That'd be a lawsuit waiting to happen. That ain't going to happen. But the internet is losing his mind trying to guess who homegirl going to be playing. They want to know who she going to be playing over there at Matt Reeves' Batman. In Matt Reeves' world, the else world. You know what I'm saying? They say she is joining Robert Pattinson for the October 2027 release date. Pretty fast, especially with nothing going on. But hey, why not? Why not? Why not? Matt Reeves. Look at me, man. Look at me. Is she Poison Ivy? Is she Poison Ivy, Matt Reeves? Talk to me. Because if you cast her as Poison Ivy in the Noir Detective movie, you're going to break the internet. You're going to break it. Like this will be, and I'm not even a huge fan of Pattinson as Batman and all of that. Matt Reeves as Batman. I'm not a fan, but I'm gonna let you know this. ScarJo as Poison Ivy. You got me intrigued, man. You got me intrigued. It fits, right? I mean, it's gotta fit. It's gotta fit. Kicker is rumors is also swirling that Zoe Kravitz might not be returning. I think I spoke on that. She might not be coming back as Catwoman. Right? She might not be coming back as Cat. Damn. So they're gonna replace Zoe with ScarJo. I mean, if you're gonna replace Zoe, you might as well replace it with ScarJo. If we need a female lead, might well go ahead and get Scarlett Johansson up in there, right? Bruce Wayne, we know he's single, but we know if there's one thing that old Batman loves more than justice, it's a complicated relationship. So if you got that storyline going on, let's do it. But then there's also the theory that she could be Andrea Beaumont, which is the Phantasm, right? That's right. The Phantasm. That would also be a dope play for her. Poison Ivy or the Phantasm, I'm down with either one. I am down with either one. You know what I mean? I'm down for either one. Mask of the Phantasm situation. Yeah, live action. That'd be dope to see Phantasm in live action. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be crazy to see the Mask of the Phantasm storyline with Scarlett Johansson playing the Phantasm. Yeah, that might be Oscar worthy situation. Oscar bait wrapped up in Kevlar that Batman be rocking, right? You know what I mean? Lawrence Talia Al Ghul. Could be. I don't think they ready to go that route yet. I think Poison Ivy fits right into the because we know Pattinson's world or Matt Reeves' world is not superhero-ish. It's more grounded. And I think with Poison Ivy, it'd be easier to do something grounded. You know what I mean? Something easy to do, something grounded. And yeah, looks similar to Black Widow, but I think if I'm an actor, if I'm like her, I'm not trying to step into being that again. I'm trying to step outside of. I don't want to just bring Black Widow over to the DC world. You know what I'm saying? Let me do something different. Let me do something different. Let me do something different. Let's get into the actual article and let's break some things down real quick. Let's read this article coming from Deadline. You know how I do it. You know how I do it. Throw this article up. Deadline says Batman 2 Scarlett Johansson eyeing new role opposite Robert Pattinson in the sequel. After spending almost a decade defending the MCU as Black Widow, the bat signal may be calling Scarlett Johansson. DC Studios' latest chapter in the Batman series, while it is unknown where things stand in the deal-making process, sources tell Deadline that the Oscar-nominated Johansson is in final negotiations with the studio and director Matt Reeves for one of the new roles in the Batman Part 2. If a deal closes, she will join Robert Pattinson, who is set to reprise his role as the Cape Crusader in the upcoming sequel that Reeves is writing and directing. Now, you know, it'd be dope for her to be in Pattinson's, playing opposite of Pattinson and then Matt Reeves as Batman. But also, I would love to see her be an actual staple in the DCU over there with with what James Gunn has going on. But either way, I think this is dope. Either way, this is dope to me. You know what I mean? They said Johansson has been busy getting her affairs in order for her 2026 shooting schedule. Most recently coming on to star in a new Exorcist film for Blumhouse and director Mike Flanagan. She's rocking with Mike Flan. Mike Flan is dope, man. Deadline was the first to break that news. At the time, insiders said her team at CAA was working on how she would be able to do both. And insiders now say that the schedule has been settled. So she freed up time so she can get busy with this. When it comes to plot details and who Johansson might be playing, the film's secrets are harder to uncover than Bruce Wayne's Batcave. The Warner Brothers DC Studios pick is set to start production in the spring and will open in theaters October 1st, 2027. Right? Reeves the Batman was the first fire-breathing theatrical release for Warner Brothers post-COVID after implementing a day-and-date release strategy on HBO Max. The movie, starring Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, grossed $369.3 million domestically and 772 million worldwide. With her days in the MCU behind her, Johansson has been busy setting up multiple franchises that will keep her busy for the foreseeable future. Besides The Exorcist and Batman Part 2, she recently helped relaunch the Jurassic Park franchise with Jurassic World Rebirth. That film hit theaters and went on to gross 868 million worldwide. As a sequel in the works, duh, right? Duh. Johansson recently made her directorial debut with the Sony Pictures classic Eleanor the Great. Blah 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 blah. So, we already knew that she was not going. A lot of people was. I don't think they was expecting her to go back to the MCU, or whatever. But some people held out hope. Oh, maybe she'll return. I knew she wasn't returning. I knew she wasn't coming back. She was done. Once they did that, and once she sued Disney, she was not coming back. She was not coming back. We already knew that. But peace to her. Peace to her. I think she also, because they say a lot of people try to fight to get back on with Disney. I think that I'm gonna tell y'all, and y'all know, I think that's a sinking ship over there. I really do. I really think it's a sinking ship. But is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm shocked Zoe is not coming back. Yeah, I'm shocked too. You know what I'm saying? I'm when I did that, when I reported on that, I was a little shocked that she was not coming back, or they didn't ask her to return. I mean, but she did leave Gotham, right? She left. So, which I think was because I don't think that they was looking at the Batman going on to be a franchise. I really don't. I really don't think that they was thinking that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Hunter Iggy, what up? What up? What up, Loser? What's your thoughts on Puck news about James Gunn, Peter Safran? I read up on it. It who you know what I'm saying? That's just to me just talk. The dude who said that he been trying to get a movie made. I think the name of his movie was going to be called Deviants or something like that. It's about villains. And I just think he talking. Anybody who comes, I'm gonna tell you this: if Paramount buys it, if Netflix buys it, if Warner Brothers, not Warner Brothers, if Apple, whoever, if somebody come in and buy it, and y'all, if Hunter, I don't know if you saw my stream when I did that. Yeah, they can get rid of Gunn. My thing is, it does not make sense to get rid of Gunn. You know what I'm saying? It does not make sense financially. It don't make sense because contracts and things like that, money having to be paid out. Then you got to go through the whole thing of finding somebody new to take over said studio and do all things of that nature. So it just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I think the Snyder Bros or the Snyder Writers, whatever you want to call them, I think they're just this is now gotten to like Kendrick Drake type of a situation, right? Whatever side you like is going to be pushing whatever narrative to cover what they want. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like the Snyder side of things are real loud, and they push news like that. That news, and I want to say that's old news, but who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just some dude who has nothing to do with anything saying he would like to get a movie made. Who cares? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Who cool. You know what I'm saying? King Jackson, what up? What up? What up? What up? Can I sing Oh Susanna? I don't even look. Possibly if I knew the song, I think I know the hook, but no, I can't. Zack Snyder Bros they trying so hard, man. They trying so hard. I hope they go out and support Zack Snyder and Teague Navarro. What's her name? Teague Navarro, or whatever her name is. I can't. Tig. I know her name is Tig. If y'all like Zack Snyder so much, when his lesbian heroine movie comes out, please run out and support that movie. please show Zack Snyder how much, you know what I'm saying, he means to y'all and go and support his stuff. Because Netflix is now, from my understanding, from what I read, Netflix has given him the boot. Netflix has given him the boot. It was fun, but you got to go. You got to get up out of here. We appreciate it. It was a, you know, it's a cool run, but you got to go. So please go out and support his stuff. If y'all really rock with Zach like that, go support his stuff, and then maybe that'd be enough to get him to come back on board over here on the DC side or the Warner Brothers side of things. But if y'all not gonna support his stuff, shut the fuck up. Like, please stop. Like, man, let it go. Let it go. We got his version of Justice League. Warner Brothers is like a whole new company now that, you know what I'm saying, since Zaslav and everything that showed up. Let that go, man. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, 9 years. They need to let it go, man. If Paramount buys WBD, they should let James Gunn finish his trilogies. I mean, I think that's just only right to do. And like I said, financially, it just makes the most sense to do that. Just makes the most sense to do that. So, yeah, y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this thing moving and grooving. What we got next? What we got next? Let's talk some Supergirl. Since we talking James Gunn and whatnot, let's talk some Supergirl. Supergirl. The first react, like I said, man. You know, people have seen it. The suits have seen it. Plus, we getting close to the release, which is going to be directed by Craig. What Gillespie, Craig Gillespie. You know what I'm saying? Now, this will be the first DCU movie not directed by James Gunn, so the pressure is kind of on, right? And I think that's another thing too. Gunn has done one movie. He's got other directors that's going to be directing things. And I know the buck stops with James Gunn, but creatively, he is letting other directors come in and make their movies. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he greenlit Clayface, which I think is probably going to be a standout film. Yes, Supergirl was greenlit. No, we don't have Batman yet. And I think that's due to inner fightings, inner things that's going on with the property of Batman, Matt Reeves and all of that. No, it doesn't seem, you know, we don't have Wonder Woman. Yes, James Gunn lies. He lies. I don't know if he does that to keep the engagement up. I don't know, but he lies. He comes out, tells white lies. He tells red lies. He tells all types of lies. He be lying. But he also be cooking. So let him cook up. Let him cook up. Give him the grace that's afforded to him. Let DCU have the grace, the same grace that we gave Marvel. We gave Marvel 10 years. At least give Gunn a couple movies underneath his belt before we just, you know what I'm saying, say Gunn ain't doing it. Because to me, it seems like he's doing it to me. Everything he's touched has been successful since he's been under, you know, been the CEO or co-CEO of DCU. So let him cook, man. Hopefully it can get better. Hopefully they all get smarter. I want Feige to be smarter. I want James Gunn to be smarter. I want them all to be smart. I want them to understand. Lower that budget. Lower that budget. Because y'all got these 300, 400, 500 million dollar movies, and now y'all got to make $1 billion. Lower that budget so we can get more product. That's the reason why I want the budget lower. But yeah, man. Millie Alcock, Supergirl, first reactions from the internal screenings at Warner Bros. Right, are out, and from what I understand or what they're saying in this article, it's all good, man. They are liking it. Now you have to take these internal screenings with a grain of salt because these be like the family members of the director and the the cast and crews, family members come through, and are they really watching the movie or is it just them kicking it? I don't know. But you have to take stuff like this with a grain of salt. But also at the same time, it's good to hear that this internal screening that people are saying that is pretty decent. Insiders like Daniel Rickman are saying that the movie is amazing and brilliant. One source even said it's very true to the Tom King comic, and that comic was pretty dope. It's a pretty dope comic. And this will be huge for Millie Alcock. When she was cast, everybody was like the girl from the House of Dragons, the girl from the House of the Dragon. That's who's gonna be playing Super. Even me, even because I saw her as like, damn, she kind of small, like she's a little girl. That's how I kind of looked at, like, damn, she a little girl, man. Playing Supergirl, I don't know, but as I saw, at the end of Superman, she looks the part. I'm with it. I am with it. You know what I'm saying? But they say she actually did an interview recently saying she had massive imposter syndrome. She called the director and said, I don't know how to be this person. Very transparent in that interview. But apparently it seems like she figured it out. Seemed like she figured it out. It's a cosmic revenge odyssey, is from my understanding what they're saying. Jason Momoa is Lobo. I want to say that again. Jason Momoa, Snyder Bros. This is another thing too, Snyder Bros. All your actors are working on other things. Jason Momoa is Lobo. You think now he just gonna show back up as Aquaman? Jason Momoa is Lobo. And if this movie is just 2 hours of Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa riding space motorcycles and punching aliens, I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. Anything is better than that 1980 Supergirl joint. A lot of y'all don't even know about that 1980 Supergirl joint. You can't do nothing but go up from that film, right? We don't even need dialogue to be better than that. Just grunts and explosions. That's it. That's all we need, man. But let's get into let me see. Let's see what they talk about in this article. What's up, Pam? Six in the building. What up, Six? What up, Six? Come on now. They be acting slow. The Supergirl first reactions offer some brief insights into the first DCU movie, not directed by Jimmy Gunn. Oh, Jimmy. Test screenings are an essential for a studio to gauge where they're going right and wrong with the upcoming movie. However, in this day and age, it's become inevitable that at least one or more attendees will head straight to social media to share spoilers and reactions. We know that. That's what they do. That's what they do. Superman's entire plot leaked online before the movie's July release. And we wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing happen with Supergirl. I think things like that are done on purpose. I think they leak those things, the scripts and the plots and stuff, to see if we fuck with it or not. And they sit back and they check social media and they check all the places where people talk, Reddit and forums and things like that. And they say, oh, the masses ain't rocking with it. We gotta go do some reshoots. Then they go do the reshoots and then the movie still end up boo-boo. But I think they do that on purpose to try to gauge the audience. I really do. Really do. Marvel Studios is likely to be a little bit more careful with Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday, given the secrecy of their respective plots. I don't think so. I think they'll still leak certain things. It might not be a full plot leak or whatever, but they'll start slowly letting some things leak just to gauge audience, like I said, audience reaction. I think they do that shit on purpose. Said the test screens with members of the public haven't taken place yet. The trades recently confirmed that an early cut was shown to executives and select people at the Warner Brothers lot. When an ex-user, Black Magic Man 90, claimed, I've heard from multiple people, not Black Magic Man, Black Magic. I've heard from multiple people in the SAG that Supergirl is amazing. Daniel Rickman chimed in, I've heard the same as well. That movie is very good. And for what it's worth, another ex-user, Dead Man Boston B, salute to him. Dead Man Boston B, salute. I know someone who was at least at a test screening, and he said it's a very positive reception and foresees the movie being very well received. This certainly seems to bode well for the next chapter in the Superman saga, but given the creative team involved and the fact that James Gunn appears to keeping an eye close on the project, starting with casting Millie Alcock, changes are in for a treat. We're in for a treat next summer. The first trailer for Supergirl is expected to be released in the next week or two, and possibly as soon as this weekend, with the DCU movie set to have a presence at CCXP in Brazil. So Marvel and DC, they coming in hot with these trailers because we supposed to be getting this Avengers trailer too. The DCU movie set to have a presence. Already said that. You best believe that we'll be bringing a sneak peek to you. Yeah. Since everybody knows that Jason Momoa is playing Lobo in it, and the Supergirl's Woman Tomorrow coming plus Lobo, everybody's loving it. So yeah, man. I'm actually surprised how fast this trailer. I mean, because this was greenlit quick. I think they knew what they wanted to do. And sometimes I like hearing stuff like that. Let's greenlight it. Let's have it move. Let's go. Right. Let's go. We already ready. Let's go. So they greenlit it. They already got the trailer coming. Got to keep that presence in your face. So I kind of like that. We just coming off of Superman. We seeing her at the end of the movie. Superman is now tearing up streaming right now. It's on streaming services. So now y'all just saw Supergirl. We're gonna give y'all the trailer, and then by this time next summer, or by this time next summer, you have a full-fledged movie ready to go. And it's gonna be some competition next year. And you know I love competition, steel sharpens steel, just like this year. Marvel lost this year. Can they regain the crown next year? I know they probably win with Spider-Man. You know, anybody going up against Spider-Man is probably going to lose. But the real test is Doomsday, right? That is the real test. That's what we see. That's where the rubber meets the road for Marvel. It's where the rubber meets the road for Marvel. You know? Stamina. What up, Stamina? Says, I'm fully ready for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow was a dope read. Yes, it is a dope read. I recommend any and everybody to go out there and read it. Six in the building. What up, Six? Hopefully well received for Supergirl means box office appeal. Lame F4 was allegedly well received, but that was pure cap and trash. I'm with you. Like I said, you got to take this stuff with a grain of salt. It was well received by them. Will it be well received by the masses? Who knows? I think it will be. Hopefully that budget, they talking about a $200 million budget. I hope that it's not a $200 million budget. Hope that it's not a $200 million budget. No. Your budget should be low as possible. Keep things as practical as possible. You know what I mean? Nah, not yet. I ain't seen the Ready or Not 2 trailer, but I am on the lookout for it. Derp in the building. What up, Derp? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's good? What is good? Blues House, did you see my other comment? Let me see what other comment you got. Zack Snyder's Justice League verse didn't make a profit. No. Whoa, let's back up. And I hope this is what your comment that you're asking me. Yes, Zack Snyder did make a profit. His Superman made a profit. His Batman made a profit. That Justice League movie was not necessarily his. I guess some of it was his, But majority, you know, they reshot that whole film to fit Josh Whedon's style, and that kind of did kind of went belly up. But nah, he made, you know what I'm saying, he made profit over there for Warner Brothers. Now it wasn't the profit that Warner Brothers wanted. Marvel profit. That was Marvel was off to the races at that point in time, and Warner Brothers wanted Zack Snyder's stuff to be like that. And I'm just talking about Zack Snyder. I'm not talking about the whole. I don't know if you're talking about the whole entire universe. I'm just talking about Zack Snyder, what he did. But yeah, they wanted everything to be the money that Marvel made. And I'm building a universe. You got to give me time to build. That's the bad thing about Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is not giving, they didn't give Zack the time to build. The fans are now not giving James Gunn the time to build. Like, you gotta, and I know we live in this microwave age, but you gotta let these people have time to build, man. You got to. Got to. Stamina says most of Supergirl be in space, not much location shooting, more VFX swings and roundabouts. Yeah, but I think a simple green screen, I don't think it should still cost a lot of money. Be in space, but it also be on certain planets. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. It's hilarious how Snyder keeps throwing gas on the little fire. At this point, he's trolling. Yeah, he's trolling, man. He got to be trolling, because at this point, Netflix done let you go. What are you doing? You just doing pictures, and now you coming out with Tig talking about y'all gonna do a lesbian movie. I don't know, man. I don't. Salute to him though. I hope I wouldn't mind him coming back and doing some DC stuff. But we don't have to get rid of James Gunn for Zack Snyder to come back and do some DC stuff. I think that's kind of my whole point. Like, Zack Snyder is just a director. He can go and direct. He can come and direct a movie in the DCU. He damn sure can. Come on, Zack. But it won't be Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and all of them. This, you finna work with what I got going on over here. Now, if he did show up and wanted to direct or whatever, and they let him direct, I would love him to direct a Batman movie. I think him directing a Batman movie would be on point for the DCU. I think it'd be on point, or even given like a Titans film. Maybe he can do Titans. I think he might be able to pull Titans off. Teen Titans, or just calling it Titans. Like, it's work for him to be done over there at DC. Or that can be done. Not mad at that. Not mad at that whatsoever. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about Supergirl. Like I said, take them first reactions with a grain of salt. Whoop-de-doo, right? Whoop-de-doo. But all in all, I'm excited for Supergirl. I want to see how if it's going to work or not. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if this Supergirl could be James Gunn's Captain America First Avenger, or James Gunn's Thor movie, right? Because I ain't like that first Thor movie. Excuse me. I did not like that first Thor movie, but it started some things, and that's what really, we got to get the ball rolling. Got to get the ball rolling. But yeah, let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's see what y'all came to see. What did y'all came to see? What y'all came to see? Let's talk about this Avengers Doomsday team situation. Should I go? I guess, can I go over this whole go over the whole thing? Let's watch this. We'll go over this whole thing. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's play this. Is Avengers Doomsday was showcased at a Disney event over there at Italia at Italy. You know what I'm saying? This was the little teaser video that happened that broke down the 5 teams of the MCU and its heroes. You know what I'm saying? So let's play this real quick and then we'll get into it.
5 ore e mezza che ha ottenuto 275 milioni di visualizzazioni online. E qui troveremo il nostro nuovo villain, i Fantastici 4, i Guerrieri Bacandiani, gli eroici Avengers, i disadattati Thunderbolts e, già che ci siamo, anche gli X-Men. Non vediamo l'ora di vedere come questi personaggi seguiranno per affrontare.
Nah, Stamina, this ain't Stamina said be backing them. It's not a leak. It's just the teams. Like this is what this is not a leak. This is actually what Marvel is putting out. You know what I'm saying? This is just who's gonna be on the Avengers, the Wakanda side of things of that nature. So it's not. I wouldn't call this a leak. I wouldn't necessarily call this a leak, but you know, if you want to dip, cool. Come on back when you know, when you're ready. But I wouldn't call this a leak because this is something that they actually put out. You know, that Marvel put out. So. And you know, like I said, that was just the people that's going to be in it. It was kind of just like a reveal, just like they did with the chairs. You know, kind of like what they did with the chairs. So it is what it is. 6'8" Blasphemy Blue Thor was better than Cap and Iron Man. I mean, hey, I'm just saying for me, it was a little slow for me. A little slow for me, that's all. Just a little slow. But where am I at? Oh yeah. So that's what they did, right? Because they did that teaser because you know, I think probably next week we got 2 weeks until Avatar comes out, which means they're going to be playing the actual trailer for Doomsday, you know. But now with this teaser, we finally know who's answering Sam Wilson's phone calls. We see that Avengers lineup, you know. They revealed the core team led by Captain America, or as I like to call him, Black America, Sam Wilson. You know, so the roster as it stands. Bring this to y'all because I know y'all probably didn't see it the way that they did. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. The roster as it stands. Thought I had a picture of it on this article. Guess not. But the roster as it stands: Captain America and Falcon. The aerial bromance. Solid, cool. You know what I'm saying? Or Black American and Falcon. Then we get Shang-Chi. Now, this is everybody who's an Avenger. Shang-Chi, he been waiting in a karaoke bar somewhere, just, you know what I'm saying, chilling since 2021, just waiting to be called upon. Ant-Man, who's a salty veteran of the team now, and that's a scary thought for Ant-Man being, you know, one of the most saltiest members on the team. Then we get Thor and Loki. The god of stories, Loki. The guy holding the multiverse together, you know what I'm saying, at the end of time, that dude, he on the team. Why is he on the team? Like, how does that even work? Do he just Zoom call in and, you know, from the end of time, hey, Thor, what it is, man? Hey, look, I know I can't help with Doc Doom right now. I'm currently being the universe. I'm currently the universe right now, so I can't help y'all. But the article that I have pulled up, they do a great breakdown of the power levels, right? Because this, I guess some would say technically that this team is stronger than the 2012 team. I beg to differ. And possibly because, you know, you got two gods, Loki and Thor. Then you got Shang-Chi with the 10 rings, and we don't know the actual threat of Doom. Is he how big of a threat Doom is, or that they're gonna make him, how menacing is he gonna be? And it's Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. I just don't take that as serious, scary serious, you know what I'm saying? But I've said that Black America needs more than wings for the Red Hulk. And I was right. And he gonna need more than wings for the situation that he's in on this, right? He need something. They need a Hulk. He need to become a Hulk. He need to take the super soldier serum or something, because Black America, it just ain't working for you, brother. Just ain't working for you. But let's get into this article and break it down. So it's breaking down Captain America's Avengers roster in Doomsday's, the team history, power levels, and more. That new look Avengers team led by Sam Wilson has been unveiled for Avengers Doomsday. The Avengers ceased to exist in the cinematic universe following the Avengers Endgame, with no official new team being assembled in Phase 4. We know that. No new team was assembled. MCU took a step towards the reformation in Captain America Brave New World, with Sam tasked with finding a new group of the Earth's mightiest heroes. That makes for an intriguing construction of this Avengers roster, one that could still evolve further, but as it currently stands, the team reveal paves the way for a deeper dive into who is involved and how powerful this team is, how this new Avenger squad stacks up against previous versions in the MCU. So here we go. Each team member's history explained. The 6 confirmed Avengers team, because everybody wanted to know what was going on with this Avengers team. Even me, I wonder who the hell are the Avengers. I said that plenty of times. We walking into Doomsday and don't even know who the damn Avengers is. So who are these Avengers that they speak of, right? So now we got it. Thor is the only one who remains from the original team that assembled in 2012. The God of Thunder is now part of his 5th Avengers team. He was on the original 2012 roster, was still active in the Avengers Age of Ultron team, rejoined the force for Avengers Infinity War, and remained a key figure in Endgame. Captain America has the next longest history, with that being an Avenger. The group's current leader got his start at the end of the Age of Ultron, and Steve Rogers recruited Sam to be an official member. While being Falcon, he remained part of the team through the start of Captain America Civil War and reunited with Avengers in Infinity War. He then rejoined them in Endgame after the blip. And when they say Captain America, they mean Black Falcon of America. That's what they mean. The Black Falcon of America. So yeah, he would be the other longest tenured Avenger, right? And then next up would be Ant-Man, who has a shorter history with the Avengers, only becoming an official member of the team after reemerging from the quantum realm after 5 years. He was a crucial member on the team heist roster. Considering his history with Sam goes back to Ant-Man at the Avengers HQ break-in, and it makes sense he's being recruited. Oh, I got questions. Now, the more I think about this team, Kang we gotta, come on, man. And y'all knew I was gonna bring up Kang. Y'all knew I was gonna bring up Kang. This guy right here that we looking at on this screen, Ant-Man, had a run-in with Kang. He then proceeds to get out of the quantum realm and let everybody know that Kang is coming. My question now is, are they going to do a retcon, and instead of Ant-Man saying Kang is coming, is it going to be Doom is coming? You know what I'm saying? Or is this going to be like a funny bit to where they keep that Kang is coming? Ant-Man, the team encounters Kang, but they encounter Kang and Doom at the same time, and then we get Doom obliterating Kang, and everybody look at Ant-Man like, that was Kang? You know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta, with that, you have to do something. Either way, You have to do something with Kane. You got to. You got to. Falcon's inclusion is no surprise as Torres already recruited to the Avengers and Brave New World. He's one of Sam's most trusted allies. So it would have been incredibly odd if the MCU's new Captain America did not bring along his wingman. I don't think he should be an Avenger, me myself. I do not think Halcon. I don't think Halcon should be an Avenger. I just don't. I do not think he need to be. Nah. Especially after what we just, you know what I'm saying? He was green in Black American Brave New World. Nah. Don't need him. Don't need him. Shang-Chi's presence as an Avenger also makes sense. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings ended with him meeting Wong, Captain Marvel, and Bruce Banner. This collection of heroes appeared to be a remnant of the last Avengers team, but none are part of the official new team. Still, with Shang-Chi's introduction to other Avengers members, his recruitment by Sam is understandable. I believe they put Shang-Chi on this team because he had just been sitting collecting dust, so they needed to make a move. They needed to make a move with old Shang-Chi. As for Loki, he's never been close to being an Avenger. His biggest contribution to them is being the force that united them originally. The God of Mischief has had a heroic turn on Disney Plus through 2 seasons of Loki, but he's never been fully aligned with the Avengers. And I kind of hate this too. I kind of don't like him coming in and being a part of the Avengers. Maybe it's a variant, maybe it's not. I don't know. I still don't like it. Still don't like it. So now they get into how powerful Doomsday's Avengers team is compared to the original team. With these 6 members equaling the number of heroes on the original Avengers team, there's a direct comparison to be made in terms of their powers. MCU's first super team had a billionaire in high-tech suit, a super soldier, a god, a Hulk, and 2 super spies. Sam's new Avengers team has 2 members with aerial suits, a side shifter, 2 gods, and a skilled martial artist wielding 10 ancient mystical weapons. Now, before I continue, and me just looking at it on paper in black and white before we really get into the breakdown, I don't know, man. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow versus Black Falcon of America, Falcon, Ant-Man, Loki, Thor, Shang-Chi, and the 10 Rings. I don't know if I don't know, man. I want to sit on that for a minute. I don't know. Who's the brain? So, who's the brains in this new iteration? They don't have the brains. They don't have a tactic. I guess you can say Black Falcon of America is the tactician, I guess. Maybe. You know, I guess. Then you get Halcon. Halcon is, I guess he would be the equivalent of Hawkeye, I guess. Because what is Halcon gonna do, really? Then we got Thor up against Thor. So Thor would cancel himself out. Cool. Thor cancels himself out. Ant-Man, I guess, would be the equivalent of Hulk, I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe Shang-Chi would give them the edge. I don't know what Loki's real involvement is. I don't know. Let's keep reading. I'm gonna sit on that. Pause. Let me sit with that. Wow. Yo. um Despite not having a Hulk or super soldier, the roster in Doomsday is much more powerful. Thor is significantly stronger at this point in his MCU journey than he was back in 2012. This version of the God of Thunder would make the original Avengers team much more powerful, so his inclusion on this team is huge. And the power scaling of Thor, when I just think about it, is kind of weird because Thor been fighting for millennia, right? But then all of a sudden he's stronger. I guess Thanos will do that to you. I take that back. Maybe Thanos will make him take it up a notch. I guess. And he is, I guess he would be considered the all father now with Odin out of the blue. See, that's another thing too. He should have the Odin force. It's a lot they could play with when it comes to the Thor storyline. That whole side of things with Thor. That's what they should concentrate. That should be a big concentration to me. If I'm Feige, instead of doing the whole Loki stupid ass variant type situation, I would have concentrated on the dynamic between Loki and Thor, the stories that they had coming up, Gore the God Butcher and Thor and Loki. That would have been crazy if they would have did that right. So even without a super soldier serum coursing through his veins, Sam still has comparable powers to Steve. He's got the vibranium shield, entire suit enhanced with Wakandan technology, including absorbing and redistribution kinetic energy. Sam lacks the physical strength of Steve, but he makes up for it in other ways. So Sam is technically their Iron Man, right? Without the brains. Not saying that Black Falcon of America is stupid, but he's not the genius that Tony was, right? Plus, he's broke. Well, he ain't broke no more, but he was broke. So, okay. I'm sorry. Tony and Sam cancel each other out. Thor and Thor cancel each other out. Halcón and I guess pick one of the spies will cancel each other out. Ant-Man, Hulk cancel each other out. Who am I missing? Oh, Shang-Chi. I don't think. See, that's what I think. Shang-Chi would tip the scale for this new version. There is no equivalent for him on the other team, I guess. But say Loki's inclusion really changes the landscape too. Nobody on the original team has anything close to his magical abilities. This current version of Loki, as the god of stories, could take on any of the original Avengers by himself with ease. So him working alongside the Avengers and Doomsday only enhances their status. I want to call cap on that. And the only reason I want to call cap on that is because as ruthless as Loki should be or should have been portrayed, we never really got ruthless Loki. That first Avengers movie with Loki being the bad guy was probably the height of his badassery, right? That was the height of his badassery. After that, they diminished Loki's warrior skills, his ruthlessness, and now he is a caricature version of himself now. Right? He's not. Loki should be a universal threat every time he steps on the scene. Anytime Loki shows up, he should be looked at as a universal threat. Right? Every time. But they just kept dumbing him down. I guess the same way they did with Thor, dumbing him down. So meanwhile, Shang-Chi is infinitely more powerful than Black Widow, while Falcon's abilities also put him above Hawkeye. Even Ant-Man works as a good substitute for the Hulk as a giant, strong brute. I don't agree with Halcón being above Hawkeye. Y'all let me know. Do you think Torres's Halcón is better than what Hawkeye put out? His contribution to the team? don't know, man. I don't know if Halcon, if Wanda and Quicksilver them showed up. I don't know if Halcon makes it. Right? I don't know if Halcon, if Ultron showed up. I don't know if Halcon could take on Ultron bots or the Chitauri. I don't know that. I do not know that. Says the newly assembled Avengers team may be more powerful than the original group, but what about their iterations of the roster? The teams in Age of Ultron and Civil War had the benefit of counting Vision and Scarlet Witch among their ranks, while Infinity War and Endgame technically added everyone to the roster through major heroes like Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. Thanks to the sheer number of members and the varied powers that the Avengers had in Infinity War and Endgame, there's no real argument to be made that Doomsday team is stronger. Even if we reduce the rosters to who directly worked together for the majority of these films, this new group is still arguably weaker. Which one? Hold on, man. Wait. Y'all just said it was stronger. Now they done confused me. This new group is still arguably weaker. See, it says there's no real argument to be made that Doomsday's team is stronger. Even if we reduce the rosters to those directly working together for the majority of the films, this new group is still arguably weaker. That's got to be a typo. Got to be a typo, or maybe my mind telepathy and stuff is making them type that. The Avengers team in Infinity War would be classified as Steve, Captain America, Sam's Falcon, Black Widow version, Scarlet Witch version, Vision, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, Black Panther, and Bruce Banner. That main team in Endgame was Iron Man, Steve's Cap, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, Nebula, Rocket, Captain Marvel, and War Machine. With Scarlet Witch on the former and Captain Marvel on the latter, two of the MCU's most powerful characters are present. Thor and Loki give Sam's new team a few as well, but the smaller team assembled around them would put them at a disadvantage in any sort of fight, yet the team's power level would increase further. How long is this article, man? Okay. So would there be more Avengers on Captain America's team in Doomsday? Probably. I would say so, good sir. Thor, Loki, Shang-Chi, Ant-Man, and Falcon are the only confirmed members of Sam's new Avengers team, but that doesn't mean there won't be more members. Marvel Studios has confirmed the Doomsday cast hasn't been fully revealed. For Captain America, Captain Marvel, Monica, Doctor Strange, and Steve Rogers among the characters expected to be involved. Some of these characters will wind up being part of the full Avengers roster. Captain Marvel would make a lot of sense given her history with the team and prominence in the MCU. Hulk can make an appearance as a team member after his role in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, no, why I keep yawning. Maybe Wong, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and others could even join the fight. There's even a chance that Shuri will be formally part of this team, too. She may have been listed alongside a different group of Wakandans, but the MCU's current Black Panther could pull double duty and fight for both teams. Ultimately, it feels unlikely that this team is the full version of the roster, but even if that's the case, the new team for Avengers Doomsday is a great mix of characters, strong MCU histories, incredible power levels to help try and defeat Dr. Doom. This team to me is boo boo. Boo boo. I don't think the dynamic is there for me. Captain America, Falcon, Thor. I just don't see Thor respecting Black Falcon of American like that. I don't. I don't see him respecting anybody on that team. Maybe Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, Loki, and Thor are probably, that's the crew right there. I guess he would respect Ant-Man, because Ant-Man been there for a bit. A little bit. No, I don't see him respecting him neither. I don't know how this dynamic for this team gonna work strategy-wise. Who do they look up to for real leadership? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Sam being Captain America, I think his leadership should be challenged. I don't think it should be all hunky-dory. Oh, Steve will want you to have the shield and yada, yada, yada. Okay, you got the shield, but that don't mean you do that you can do what Steve did. And I would like to see them challenge that in this film. everybody shouldn't be coming in hugging and high-fiving you because you got the red, white, and blue on now. Some people should be looking at you with disdain, or look at you like you a poser, look at you like, nigga, you ain't Steve. You know? The Wakandans got Namor on the team. Namor. Like, I'm trying, man, but I just don't see this. We got the X-Men squad. No Monica Rambeau. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of moving parts. And I don't know if it's going to work. I really don't. I really don't know if it's going to work. I know that the way this roster has been, the makeup of this roster is really given part one, right? This got to be part one. Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel, somebody like that, they got to show up by the third act. They got to. Something's got to go wrong. One of them got to show up. Strange, Captain Marvel, somebody got to show up. Because things always go wrong in the movie. That's part of the storytelling process. But this ain't it, man. This ain't it. This is no excitement for me. If y'all follow me on Twitter, I told y'all I have the least expectations for this film. Least expectations for this film. The bar is low for me. Well, yeah. Is that the right term? Yeah. It's in hell. It's in hell. Y'all on it, man. I ain't even tired, dog. I ain't even tired. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. What y'all chatting about, man? Andre Ware, what up? Andre Ware say Sam's team is getting whooped. I'm talking whooped. I'm with you. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop. That's what all we're gonna be hearing. The Captain Marvel, I'm sure, is there too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they keeping people, in the cut because they gotta do that. They gotta have that type of shock value, or else the movie won't work. And M'Baku being there makes no. Yeah, I forgot he part of the roster too. And well, I guess it makes sense because he's the king of Wakanda, but he don't have to be in an event. He ain't got to be in an Avengers movie? We don't need Winston Duke to be in an Avengers movie, right? We don't need that. For what? Where is War Machine? Justice for Rhodey. Justice for Rhodey. Jimmy Rhodes. Where Rhodey at? I'm with y'all. I'm with you, Lawrence. I'm with you, cuz. Where he at? Jay, what's up, man? Hey, look, man. Look, don't even worry about whether you caught the notification. You here now? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. YouTube they just don't be giving out them notifications, man. Where is Hulk? Hulk is over there with Spider-Man. And honestly, I don't believe Spider-Man is really gonna tie into. Everybody want this Spider-Man to tie into Doomsday or Endgame. I don't think it will. I really don't. And I don't think it should. They've taken liberties with everything else. Keep taking them liberties. We don't necessarily need Spider-Man in Secret Wars. Even though I know he was in the comics and stuff, but we don't necessarily need him like that. Keep him over there. The Ant-Man took Kang down, so we got a powerhouse. You funny, Andre. You funny. Q in the building. Q say Doom and Kang is coming. I feel it in my bones. Majors is coming back. I would love for Majors to come back, man. I would love for him to come back, but I want him to come back and get the respect that he deserves. He should not come back just to be killed. I think that would be nasty work to come back just for them to rip the spine out in the first act, and now you over and done with. Bootleg Avengers is the Thunderbolts. I think they all bootleg Avengers. Thunderbolts is bootleg Avengers. Sam's team is the bootleg Avengers. They all bootleg Avengers. Avenger. He could be Avenger Prime. That's the rumor. Faith in the Russos, they cooking up something for Kang's return. You can't kill him. He's from the 31st century, master of time. He let everything in the modern MCU happen. That's not. I agree. Not on necessarily the Russos part, but I agree with everything you said about Kang. Everything you said about Kang. I am Avenger Prime. Where's Optimus? Q, you stupid. That's funny, man. That's funny. New team way OP. I guess, man. Leave Captain Black in America. Black Falcon of America, man. Black Falcon of America. Yeah, that's diabolical. I know. Full Vibranium took down Red Hope. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Q say Falcon would take the place of Falcon as Cap steps in for Cap. Well, I'm just talking about that original Avengers team. Remember, Falcon was not on any of the first two Avengers movies, right? He wasn't there, so he wasn't on the team. So I'm just going person for person because it was 6 of them and it's 6 of this new team. So I'm just going person for person. Person for person. Falcon would take the place of Falcon. Oh, you already said that. Okay. Rather see Nick Fury lead the Avengers team. Rather see Nick Fury in period. Where you been at? Nick Fury's on his show was so bad that Nick Fury has retired from being on in Marvel. That's crazy. Recast the time, let him. Self-explanatory. No Blue in the comics and TV show. Sam is as smart as Tony, or even smarter than with. Look, that was them. This one ain't even smart enough to get a loan from a bank, or figure out how to leverage the work that he's doing for the government to build his credit up. So I don't know if he's smart or not. They should have left his name Falcon. That was one of the few black characters without black in the name for the Avengers. I'm with. He should be just Falcon. He can be Falcon and still carry the shield. That's what I don't understand. He does not have to change his name to Captain America. Just because you got the shield does not make you Captain America. It don't. You Falcon with a shield now. Like, my pops passed and he gave me some things that didn't make me my pops. That don't make me him just because. Sadie Sink. I wouldn't mind Sadie Sink. I'm just up here yawning all in the mic. I wouldn't mind Sadie Sink playing Rogue. I think that'd be. You say they cooked. No, I don't think she'd be a bad Rogue, man. And you got to think Stranger Things. I can't remember how old Sadie Sink is, but I think you need young X-Men. You know what I'm saying? I think she's in her 20s. So I think that's the right age group to recruit the actors to play these roles. So I don't know. I don't think we cooked. The Rogue is supposed to be younger than the core team anyway. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So he talking about the X-Men are cooked. I think they cooked either way. I can see New Avengers being trapped in time, but we get a big pop when old Avengers show up in wheelchairs. Not in wheelchairs. Excuse me, Sonny. I'd rather have Okoye over Shuri and M'Baku. I wonder why. Because they gave us M'Baku, Shuri, and that's it. Oh, and then more. And then more. You right. I would like to see Okoye. Okoye would make way more sense. Look at 6. Will come here with the gun hate. Nah, the DC gun shit ain't going to work. Team already working. Don't hate. 6. Don't hate. Lawrence said, yeah, the suit can change. Just keep the shield in the wing. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just keep the shield in the wing. Hell, he don't even need the shield now. He got the vibrating wings. He just could be Falcon with vibrating wings. You know? But y'all let me know in the comments down below, man. I'm right at the hour mark. This has been, I like this quick stuff. Right at the hour mark, y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think of the new Avengers team. The new Avengers team that Black America, Black Falcon of America has put together, has constructed, you know. But yeah, that's the news for the night, man. I want to hear from y'all in the comments, on the replay or whatever. ScarJo to Batman, yes or no? Do you think that's a good idea? Do put in a comment now. Supergirl, are you hyped for Millie Alcott? Are you hyped for her? And with the new Avengers, can this team actually beat Dr. Doom? Can this current team actually beat Dr. Doom? Nah. Nope. I don't think so. Do not think so. Right? But yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, man. That'll help the algorithm more than Supergirl helps crypto. And I'm Blue. This is Blue's News. And I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, hype it up on the replay. It's a hype button. Click that. You got points. Hype it. Everybody, hype, hype, hype. That's really how to get us out there like that, man. So, yeah, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Be safe. And until next time, I bid you adieu and Audi 5000. Yada.
This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together.
Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception.
So I think it's confidence. I think that
Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.